Okay. So we got that. Hey, Jen? Just give me a quick second. I need to plug my phone in so I can see you guys while I'm drawing. And... There we go. Choo Choo violently crashes in with a train. Well, that's a new one. Alright. And I noticed that Ribbonbound has followed me, so thank you for that. I did get your message. I know that you're probably going to be available tomorrow, so I think I will continue your commission from there. But as for today, we are going to work on Jen's commission of her OC writs, Mr. Maniac's commission of Solitaire and Snake, and provided that he's around, Lele as Yumeko from... I keep forgetting the show's name. It's here somewhere. Boop, 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 boop. Please, Discord, will you load? Yumiko Jabami from Kakegururi. So, we have a lot to get through, so let's not waste any time and get some line art done. Alright. So, I already got the sketch phases done. That way, they can make room for the line art, which, as you can see, I did give them all line art layers. So, I got my new microphone early yesterday. Awesome. Can't wait for my casino coots. Yeah, I will be sure to give them their proper dues. And yeah, Danny did join our server just now, so whenever she's available and whenever she is up for it, we may have her as a guest commentator one of these days.
You will actually have her right now.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm alright. How about you?
Doing all right. Brian just finished showing me a couple episodes of My Hero Academia.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
So far I'm definitely liking it. Like, the last episode we watched was like, we just watched, what's his face? Like, Kirishima. Just haul fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he was facing a guy that he, like, hopped himself up on the drugs and was shooting blades out of his body. So he was, like, using, like, his hardening ability to just, you know, to protect everybody and bulldoze his way through.
Unbreakable, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the last episode. We literally just finished that, and yeah, and that was when Brian said, I think he was getting ready. I don't know if he was getting ready to eat dinner or something, but yeah, that was when he sent me the invite to your server because he said that you were going to draw.
Yeah, I am. But yeah, glad you're enjoying it. I think it's also pretty cool how, you know, Kirishima started appreciating manliness because, well, Ashido's the one who inspired him to do so. And it's rare when a girl inspires a guy like that. And it's just one of the reasons why Ashido is probably one of my favorite students in the show.
But
she's such a positive force for, inspiration.
But let alone having a girl inspire a guy and not have it be like, romantically involved.
No.
It's like,
besides, his only one is Bakugo.
It's like not every guy and girl that talk to each other are gonna end up as a couple. It's like we're allowed to be friends.
Yeah, like, I'm glad more stories are veering into that direction where, hey, boys and girls can be friends and that's okay. They don't have to hook up when they get older.
Mm-hmm. And, yes, Mr. Maniac. So, yeah, I guess, for anybody listening, and I guess if they don't follow me on Twitter, I literally just got a snowball microphone. It finally arrived. It actually arrived before, Thanksgiving. I just didn't have a chance to hook it up until literally yesterday.
Yeah, and, she sounds flawless, and it's actually the same mic that I use. It was on sale on Amazon, so we were like, snag it.
Right. So hopefully now, with our streams, especially when it comes to D&D, like, you'll actually be able to hear me and, like, no more weird roboting or anything. Mm-hmm. Because that's the unfortunate thing, because, I was using just the internal microphone that's in the laptop, and it's like, if you're, like, a little too far to the left or a little too far to the right, if you're not directly in front of it, it will not pick you up. And that's why, like, you'll hear me talking, but then it's like, God forbid I lean one way too far, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what the heck's going on? Like, that's literally why.
Yeah. For an internal mic, it was serviceable, but
no, it was getting annoying after a while, and it's like I always thought, like, getting, like, the good mics was like, okay, these are gonna be like $100 or something.
Yeah, if you're going high end, they usually are, but in cases like this, if you're wanting good sound but you're on a budget, this was definitely the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yes, I mean, I'm definitely liking it so far.
Yeah, and Jen, you were right. This mic is actually very good. I know I'm loving it so far.
Mm-hmm. I know Ryan actually replied on Twitter, because he actually used to have some snowballs in the past, and that he said just make sure, like, keep an eye on, like, the plug in the back, because he's had instances where it would, I guess, unplug for some, like, it would get unplugged, and mm-hmm. he wouldn't realize it. So he'd be talking, and he's like, why can nobody hear me? And then he looks and he's like, how did my mic get unplugged?
Ghosts. But yeah, that's a good point. Even my old microphone, which, was also my brother's microphone, Alex's microphone, its issue was that its cable was too loose, and I guess the one I bought for it was, Oh, thank you for cheering, Big Mac. Do you consider Kirishima to be a Chad? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, at least from what I've seen so far. Yeah, he's pretty Chad.
Yeah.
Danny, why does your snowball say blue on it? I think that's the brand?
I think it's the brand, yes.
Yeah, it says blue, but I got the white microphone, because you can get white or black, and it's like, you know what, I kind of like the white one.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet it's just, the brand, or at least the type that they sell, because I know it's also called Yeti. I'm guessing, yeah, it's just a brand thing.
I guess.
But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, yes. But how's your day been so far?
Oh, it's been pretty chill. Mostly just been getting this ready. I finished reading out chapter 56 of Phantom of the Forest with Brian.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm up to 56 chapters. And I know I told you guys in the Curse of Strahd server that I've been in a Pirates of the Caribbean mood lately. Mm-hmm. I'll just spoil this right now. There are pirates in it. I there was no way I couldn't go full ham with them. Honestly, I kind of miss pirates as a thing. Just keep that thought in mind, audience.
Okay.
But yeah, I finished watching the trilogy of Pirates of the Caribbean last night.
Oh, for the first time?
Not the first time, but rather the first time in a long time.
Ah, gotcha.
I've seen At World's End once, and then I kind of forgot about it. Like, honestly, in retrospect, I think there was a reason I forgot about it, because there was a lot of shit crammed into it. It's a good movie, but it's super bloated. Mm-hmm. It's way too ambitious for its own good.
I can agree to that. Like, you know, issues with the third movie aside, I still like the original trilogy. The first movie is always going to be my absolute favorite out of the trilogy. Hell, that's one of my favorite Disney movies ever. Like, probably, like, when it comes to the live action Disney movies, I'd probably say the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie is my favorite live action Disney film. It's really, really good. I know I saw the fourth one. I think that's as far as I went. I didn't watch any of the other ones after that, because it was like the fourth one was just so disappointing.
Oh, Big Mac says, At World's End is the most expensive film ever made. I believe it. On top of the costuming and the visual effects, and the fact that, well, again, Davy Jones is in this movie, I believe it. Not to mention the, world adventure aspect they had going on with it. Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of things in that movie I like, but, in terms of everything, I think it would have been better if they just condensed it all into a series. I kind of get that same effect with Dead Man's Chest as well, but I would say Dead Man's Chest is a bit better with it.
Yeah, I can agree to that. There was definitely a lot going on into it, but I think that's because they put so much thought into Davy Jones, and not for nothing, Davy Jones is a really interesting villain.
Yeah, he's easily one of the best parts of the film if he ever shows up.
Yeah, I honestly think that's probably what helped hold the other two movies together, because it was like, 2 and 3, again, they're good. Not as good as the first one, but they still hold up. But I really do think, like, Davy Jones, if it was any other villain, I don't think they would have worked.
Right. And the later films are certainly showing that, apparently, so... Yeah. But yeah, if I were to give an order for my favorite movies in the trilogy... Honestly, it's chronological. Like, I love Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl the most, so that's number 1 for me. Mm-hmm. Next would be Dead Man's Chest, and, well, obviously, At World's End would be my third pick.
Yeah.
Like, I will say there was a lot of fat in Dead Man's Chest that didn't need to be there. There was a YouTuber who... is interested in fencing and stunt action. Jill Barrett, I think her name is. She essentially broke down the smithy fight between Will and Jack in the first movie compared to the water wheel fight and the church fight in the second movie.
Gotcha.
The differences between the two is that I would say the fight between Jack and Will in the first movie was a lot more condensed, and there's stronger character motivations. In the second movie, while there are still some character motivations going on, it kind of gets muddled with Elizabeth's antics, because honestly... Elizabeth was kind of useless in this movie. She was demoted to GPS for Davy Jones's chest, but other than that, there was a lot going on, and that's kind of what, they could have trimmed it down. It's still a fun set piece, and the water wheel thing is definitely a lot of fun to watch, but at the same time, it's like, you should have just focused on one thing or the other.
Yeah. Like, there's a guy that I watch on YouTube. His the channel name is Savage Books. The guy, he's a professional he's an editor, but he's not like a video editor. He actually like edits like novels and such. He's written novels. People come to him with like, yeah, scripts, chapters, whatever, and he professionally looks over them and edits them and such. But on his channel, you know, when he does his deep dives into movies, shows, whatever, you know, a lot of it is he breaks it down and you know, in the perspective of a professional editor. So he's really breaking down like a lot of like the literature quirks and such that's going on. And he did like this whole video where he more or less was gushing about Davy Jones and just how well thought out and well put together he was in the other two movies. Because, I mean, he's kind of in the same boat where he's just like, you know, loved the first movie, you know, 2 and 3 are okay, but holy crap, Davy Jones is amazing.
Yeah. Not just with the writing, but for the visual effects. Like, Davy Jones still looks fantastic, even to this day, and, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest is like, what? Close to 13 years old?
Yeah.
15 years old?
Yeah, that's how good they did with him.
Yeah, it's rare for CGI to age, well, especially during that era. Golem is in the same boat, more or less, because...
Yeah, I can definitely agree to that, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, that's also, I think, because not only is it the CGI, they did, like, a lot of, like, the motion capture stuff, so, like, you know, you had the actors actually performing, and then all they had to do was CG the character on top of it.
Yeah, I've seen a documentary with Bill Nighy acting as the character. Here's the thing. Most of Davy Jones' motions and mannerisms you see in the movie weren't actually hand animated most of the time. It was all Bill. They just adapted to it. Like, he was that animated.
Wow.
I mean, it's
hey TP.
Hey,
TP.
if we're talking about I know like sometimes especially like when you see people act, even like behind the scenes, like even people like like recording voices, sometimes they can be like really animated, or something. I like, or sometimes a person, like even when they're voice acting, sometimes a person might move or whatever, and because of the reference to the person, like be like animated even when they're not necessarily needing to be, and sometimes they're being the reference for the person or something, then you'll find like that those mannerisms could be incorporated into the final product.
Yeah, Jack Black from Kung Fu Panda is a great example of that. It's like he puts, you know, physicality into his voice acting, and that's just basically food for the animators. It's like, yeah, feed us more, Jackie boy. Oh, Brian, is that you?
Plus Ultra.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I am so sorry, chat. I haven't been reading your comments. Crystal. By the way, I heard you and Ryan were happy about the news with JoJo's voice actor.
There's been a
lot.
There's a lot of voice actors that they're getting a lot of internet actors for Stone Ocean. I'm noticing because, yeah, like Kira Buckland got her dream role, so she's Jolene, which is great to hear. I know.
Yeah, Rina-chan.
I know. Young, yeah. He's a YouTuber. He started as like a YouTuber, and he still occasionally does videos. He does like gaming news and stuff, and I frequently watch him. I remembered him saying he was going to start dabbling a little bit into voice acting. He's the villain!
Oh.
So it's like, oh my god, I can't believe that he got into this. And then Brian told me, and I mean, this was a blast in the past name. Back when Brian and I used to do commentaries. You know, this was back when we had, there was a group of people, you know, that did their own style of commentaries, and, you know, you had like Random DCE, who had his own style, and you had a couple people that they were in their own little group like that. One of the people in that group was this girl, and she was known as Lily Livers. And she was really big in that group, for a little bit. But then she kind of dropped off, stopped doing the commentating, and I was like, well, okay. So I didn't realize that she too got into voice acting. And she's Hermes. She's the Joe Bro.
Holy shit.
I'm like, oh my God. It's like, I am honestly stunned that like a bunch of these people that they're getting to be like the main leads. Yeah, they're all people who have been getting their starts off of YouTube or at least off the internet. So it's like,
watch, they're gonna get like.
I'm like, oh my God! I literally can't. Like when Brian told me that about how Lily Livers got into acting, I'm like, wait, she got into acting? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
but I'm like, it blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because she also voices Bee in Pokemon Journeys.
Ah. Oh, okay. With that, we got the line art for Jen's commission done. I think we can move on to Solitaire now.
Okay.
But yeah, if one of you could check out the chat while I do this, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're just doing the line art?
I remember.
Yeah.
I saw.
I'm doing the line art and then the coloring.
Okay.
I saw the news specifically for Kira Buckland, and that was I think that's a really really good piece of news, because like this was apparently like the role she got into voice acting for.
Yeah, she wanted to do Jolene so bad.
And now she got her wish.
Yeah, so it's like, holy crap.
Actually, here's a whole list of the things that she's done voice work for.
Oh, Kira also voices Jet Jaguar in Godzilla Singular Point.
Oh, I know Kira. Kira Buckland's she's been in the voice acting game for some time, so she's got quite the resume under her belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would do it.
And good for her, because honestly,
I can only imagine how overjoyed she must have been when she finally got the part.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, they have who voices Romeo.
Who was it?
Clifford Chapin.
What?
It's fucking
Who?
Bakugo!
What?
What? Fucking what?
Jolene's boyfriend is Bakugo?
That doesn't sound like Bakugo! No,
Well, that's also because he wasn't. I'm pretty sure he isn't screaming all the time,
No,
right?
I'm dead serious, Jordan. Like, this character only shows up, like, in the first episode, because, yeah, spoiler warning, we already started watching this, because I couldn't wait. I got to see this. But, yeah, the boyfriend, like, Brian and I were scratching our heads, we're like, this voice sounds familiar, but we couldn't put our finger on it. Like, Brian was thinking, is it Billy Kamitz? I'm like, it almost sounded like Yuri Lowenthal, but we literally had no idea. We couldn't tell who it was. So we were both wrong.
Yeah, it's Bakugo!
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Solitaire and Snake. You know what they say, the house always wins. Are they both saying this? Because if so, are they like a team, or what is this lore that I'm missing out on?
Jed's like,
I would like to know.
And Jed's like, I still want to pay Clifford as Bakugo to voice the entire Navy SEAL copy pasta.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if he has a cameo page, go nuts.
Okay. So let me see here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, who are we missing right now? At least as far, like, do we have a confirmation who's voiced the lawyer?
Let me. Okay. He goes by the name of Michael Schwabale, I think it is. Or Schwalbe, I think it is. I don't know how to pronounce that last name.
That name
type it up.
That name does not sound familiar to me.
Oh my God, he's in Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps.
Who was he in Ori and the Will of the Wisps?
He's Tak and Lupo, the guy who gives you the maps.
Huh. Okay.
And
I vaguely know that individual.
Oh, and he's in the War of Cybertron trilogy as Double Dealer.
Oh, Double Dealer.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. I actually need to look this up because I forgot that Double Dealer was a thing. Is he a Decepticon? Hang on.
He looks like one.
Double Dealer War for... Okay, question. War for Cybertron game or War for Cybertron, show?
The show.
Damn it. He's a bot. Okay. Oh, that's slang for Autobot, for those who don't know.
Alright.
Bots and the cons.
Yeah.
He sounds like... Oh, speaking of which, there is a new, virus variant, called Omicron.
Yeah.
It sounds very close to Omnicron.
Yes.
And Michael Schwalbe, okay.
So, Mr. Maniac says, well, now that we're here with my boys, I can offer up some deets.
Oh.
So he says, Solitaire, a rather powerful demon and master manipulator, was forced to live in solitary confinement within a literal house of cards, just to keep him locked up and becoming too dangerous.
Yeah, and he is actually folding a suit of cards, which
Okay.
is a first for me, but I do welcome a challenge.
Yeah,
I have an idea of how I want to tackle it, but we'll get to it soon.
All right.
It's so funny. We finally found out who voiced Romeo, and it's like, wow, we literally just got done with watching some My Hero.
I know, really. Oh, God. And that's where it's like, I know it's like, I think the first 12 episodes, they dropped like the first 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But what I think they're doing is they dropped the first 12 episodes, and then I think they said, starting next month, I guess in Japan is when they're going to actually air the show proper. This is just like, yeah, we're just going to drop the first third for you guys to watch, I guess, as I don't know, a teaser or something?
I guess to show off what they got and hey, is this good for you? Do you think we need to do anything for the animation next time?
Or something, yeah, I guess. But I mean, regardless, it looks like, we're getting the first third, clearly, at least. And then I assume once those first 12 episodes air, that maybe we'll be going back to JoJo Friday. So it's like, okay, because I did promise that on Spiffy Needle Geeks we're going to talk Stone Ocean, but I know the original plan was, we'll do it being a weekly thing, what we did with the Golden Wind Geek Out. But the whole let's drop 12 episodes on the Netflix, that kind of threw a monkey wrench in things. So I guess maybe we'll have to watch the episodes maybe watch the episodes all together on our own time, and then it's just all right, let's just talk about these 12 episodes.
Yeah, or maybe oh no, we'll have to take our time with these episodes and break them down individually. But I will say I haven't seen I haven't seen Stone Ocean yet because I want to be surprised. And I also would like to watch them with you guys because I guess at this point I'm used to watching things with you.
Yeah.
I'm better about watching things with people than without them.
Yeah. I mean,
I am the same way.
Right now, because I think Brian has watched the first episode. I just started it myself, and I think out of all of us, I'm the only one I think who's actually read the manga, because I started reading the JoJo manga after I finished watching the Part 4 anime, because the Part 5 anime hadn't even been announced, and I'm like, I'm not waiting, I'm reading. And that's when I started reading JoJo. So I still have to go back and actually read parts 1 through 4 in the manga, but at the very least, I've at least read half of it. So I've at least read part 6, and I think I mentioned this in the Golden Wind Geek Outs that When I originally read Stone Ocean, by the time I was done with it, it was very lukewarm to me. I was just like, it was okay, you know. But I was like, again, I really blame because I really, really loved Golden Wind. I came out of Golden Wind absolutely loving it. Then it's like, I think that might have spoiled me a little bit. You know, it raised my expectations maybe a little too high. So it was like Stone Ocean. I'm like, oh, it's not that good. And then I get the Steel Ball Run. Oh, no, it's still good. It's still good.
I changed my mind.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Oh God, please, David Production, please do a Steel Ball Run adaptation. I want my horse racing.
I think they definitely will, considering how much praise this has been getting so far. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I can tell you from what I've seen, and this is coming from someone who just thinks Stone Ocean is okay. I'm really liking what I'm seeing right now. Because
cool.
I did say, because I thought they did a phenomenal job with the Golden Wind adaptation. I actually like the anime better than the manga, which surprises me. You know, because I already thought the manga was damn near perfect, and the anime surpasses it by like a long shot. And it's like, if they can do that with Golden Wind and keep that up, it's very possible my opinion on Stone Ocean can change. But, you know, so far from what I'm seeing, it's like, all right, I'm digging this. Okay, anyway, Mr. Maniac also says, all right, so,
he's dropping lore for his characters, I think.
Yeah, he is. Decades later, Snake, a demon equally powerful and shrouded in more mystery, freed him in hopes of offering Solitaire a spot in a casino he runs in the Circle of Greed, the Casino of Carnage. Snake's motives are mostly unknown. However, he does seem to have some ties to the Jester of the Multiverse, Spectre, and even seems to have some knowledge of Jason's lost parents.
Ah.
I didn't die. That wasn't me.
Music.
Oh, it was the music bot.
Music.
It died.
Music. Don't you dare. Okay. Hang on. I can fix this.
Oh, yeah. The video that Jen like.
What?
In the background, by the way, what I am doing is that I am currently shiny hunting for Dialga. Because I am there, and Dialga is one of my favorite legendaries. Scratch it, one of my favorite Pokemon.
Ah, there it goes. Well,
new
UI. Okay.
That being said, I'm currently at 126 soft resets.
Okay, I was like, I don't like that pause.
127 soft resets.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at my hand.
I wish you could soft reset by just doing the 4-button thing that like the previous games had, but
yeah, soft resetting on the Switch is a little clunky. Then again, it's a whole console, not a handheld.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still very kind of whatever on the new Pokemon game, but again, I think it was like, don't get me wrong, I played Pearl, but I was kind of like,
I'm so sorry.
I was kind of whatever. So
there's a reason you played Pearl. Pearl's mascot is significantly worse than Dialga.
Well, I was gonna say the original Gen 4 games, both of them, Diamond and Pearl, were lame. It's Platinum that's the good one.
Yeah,
I spent countless hours in Diamond, okay?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
That's right. I didn't get around to Platinum.
Do not apologize. Do not apologize. I do not regret my time there. Only thing I regret is losing the cartridge.
Yeah. to each their own. But Platinum is essentially both of those games, but with much needed refinement and a lot better of a Pokédex. Let me tell you.
I'll agree that Platinum is better. Don't get me wrong. I will fully agree to that. But don't be dissing my Diamond, okay?
Okay, again, like I said, to each their own. If you enjoy it, great. That's fine.
Well, it's like it's between that and it's like I don't know. I really couldn't like Team. Like yeah, it's like it was like
Team Galactic.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. See, that's how much I care about the team, okay? I can't even be bothered to remember their names. It's like Team Flare. I can't be bothered to remember a goddamn thing about Flare because I just thought they were so dull.
I mean, at the very least, I think Jupiter and Mars are cute, but, like, other than that, yeah, the team themselves, the only thing they have going for them is that, okay, we know we're another gang, so let's just have fun with their writing. Like, let's have them be self-aware with how stupid they are. And it's like, they say some really funny lines, if you pay attention. But,
yeah, but then
other than that, they are just a run-of-the-mill group.
Yeah, but then it's like, self-aware stupid villains. It's like, yeah, that might be the case, but then, well, now we have Team Skull. And Team Skull kind of like, no, this is how you do self-aware and stupid and make it entertaining.
Yeah, they were sent. Team Skull is Team Galactic, but way better.
Yeah.
I will definitely agree to that. But honestly, whenever I look at Cyrus, I'm not really afraid of him. I'm more like, okay, you need serious therapy, buddy. You need help. You are very ill. Like,
you get into this backstory,
and it's pretty bad when you consider that. Cyrus is actually clinically insane and he's a bad guy. That doesn't really paint a good image for mental health. Like, don't get me wrong, what he wants is terrible, but at the same time, it's like, only a crazy person would think of that.
Yeah, but they don't actually, like, oh, he's mentally... They don't...
Or at least that's how I got out of it.
Well, they don't go in game and say, oh, he's actually he is like clinically whatever. They do go into backstory in the sense that he was neglected in his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you really want to like go into that, it tells you child neglect is bad. Don't do it, or else they will act like this. But that it goes. But that's a more positive lesson rather than the idea of he's insane or he's clinically insane, whatever.
Well, okay, I didn't mean to be a dick about it. It's just that's what I got out of it.
I don't think you meant to be, and I wasn't trying to be either. But I just wanted to, because I like the games a lot. I explored and retained quite a bit. Not everything, obviously, but quite a bit. So
welcome back, Crystal. But no, make no mistake, I love Gen 4 as a whole. Like, not just Platinum, but, obviously, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But I will say I would play Heart Gold and Soul Silver over, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. But...
those are also my favorite, of the main series games, which is ironic considering that I think that Gen 2 on its own is arguably the weakest generation we've ever had, in my opinion.
Really?
As someone who loves Gen 2, I hate your guts, but as a Pokemon fan, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because it's like, isn't like Gen 2 like a major fan favorite?
And I understand that, but I think what it brings to the table, while it does set like the foundations for a lot of cool things, I'm not going to deny that squeezing an all of Kanto onto a cartridge is, even if a lot of things had to be cut, squeezing Kanto onto the cartridge is impressive in and of itself.
Yeah, it was amazing. And thank you, Satoru Iwata, for doing that.
However, a lot of the stuff in Johto itself, I felt left a lot to be desired. Yes, it added 100 Pokemon, but a lot of the time you're still going to be seeing a lot of the more basic Pokemon from the first generation. You're going to be seeing a lot of Rattatas, Geodudes, stuff like that. And
all right, I don't mean to cut you off, TP, but I will say, so Lucas, thank you for coming. Although I don't have your commission here right away. If you don't mind, we could get it going either later tonight after I get one or two of these colored, or tomorrow night when I work on another commission.
Okay.
I just want to hear your opinion on it, because we have a lot to get through, but I would like to say, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I just want you to know what's up.
He's saying make it tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. And while I know we were having our Pokemon discussion, but while we were having that, Maniac's got some more factoids. So,
okay.
All the dots of the dice head Snake has are actually all eyes, meaning he can easily see in all directions at once.
So he literally has eyes in the back of his head.
Well, he has eyes all around his head. And,
yeah.
And two little facts.
He's like a beholder.
Yeah, and two little facts for Solitaire. One, he technically blinks, but when he does, the suits on his eyes swap to the other suit of the respective color. And two, he actually does have a mouth. He doesn't use it too much, though, really only using it to intimidate.
Alright. Okay, so next we're going to line a certain sorceress we haven't seen in a while. A very long while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I guess we'll go into our next topic. Curse of Strahd may end soon. Let me finish. I didn't even get started. Curse of Strahd may end sooner than you think, but it's not going to end right away. We're not canceling it. We're going to proceed on as normal, but given our party composition, it may end in sooner levels. And when that happens, we were thinking of reviving a certain campaign that, Jen wasn't a part of, and some of you may not be aware of this campaign, but I, for one, would definitely like to revive it.
Mm-hmm.
And for those unaware, it's The Abode.
Yeah, the first campaign that we were all in.
Yee.
I mean, we just decided to put it on a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we're thinking of bringing it back, and we'll be putting it and most likely putting it on SNG as well.
Yeah, that's the plan, I think.
I mean, my concern with that stems from the fact that previously the Abode was mostly just done on Jordan's channel, so.
No,
I'm more afraid that people who come into the first session of it when we bring it back are going to be confused, because we had all this.
Well,
we developed these characters so much over the course of our campaign, and to drop. And I understand what and don't get me wrong. I'm aware of the plan. I'm aware of the plan that I'm not spoiling.
Don't, please. But honestly, I hear your reservations, TP. I get it. But we could easily remedy that with, what Critical Role did with Campaign 1 and make a recap sort of thing. That it sort of summarizes everything that's happened in the old campaign in preparation for the new one. It'll also help everyone get up to speed as to okay, who the heck are these guys and why do you keep referencing them in Curse of Strahd? So I understand your reservations, and we won't be able to get through everything, but it will at least contextualize what will happen in this new campaign and what has happened in the past.
Okay.
So I understand your reservations. Don't worry. I'm your dungeon master. I got you covered, boo.
Okay, thank you. I just really wanted to make sure that, like, we weren't throwing people who had no knowledge or anything into something like like Mach 20, you know?
Yeah, like, dude, I understand, and it's a very valid complaint, but don't worry. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Fair enough.
And this goes for any narrative. Like, if you just throw someone in without context, they're gonna get lost. So you need a way to anchor them in and get them interested. And, you know, it goes for any narrative, not just Dungeons and Dragons. It's sort of like how, you know how Star Wars has those opening crawls, and Lord of the Rings had that huge lore dump, the movies anyway, not so much the books. I have a feeling we should do something similar to that, but maybe not one-to-one like Critical Role did with the animatic, but an animatic's definitely in the future. I mean, it would be a nice creative thing that we could do for Spiffy Needle Geek specifically. I'll just need to get around to doing that. If you guys are interested in seeing something like that, we could definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it would have to require rewatching The Abode, which me personally I'm not looking forward to because I hated how I DM'd back in the day. I was such a novice. Like, I had fun. We all had fun. It's just when I look back at my DMing methods, I was too nice.
Well, I guess with the recap, we don't have to worry about specific DMing quirks.
Yeah, we can just focus on story stuff.
Maniac says cameo battle against the Curse of Strahd party.
Maybe it could be an interesting one-shot. Like one half could have their Curse of Strahd party members, and the other could just be the Abode party members.
Didn't Critical Role do that with like Vox Machina
They did,
versus the
actually.
Mighty Nine? Like they literally did like, okay, like 3 people played their old characters from campaign 1, and then like 3 more did from campaign 2, and they just did a one-shot or something.
Yeah, it was a battle royale, I think. But again, I also said we're not trying to be Critical Role, and then here we are discussing similar ideas. I mean, I think we can borrow similar ideas. It's just, you know, execution is thrown to the wind because of how D&D is.
Mm-hmm.
We do not control the plot we write.
Well, we can. I mean, alternatively, what we can do. And hear me out.
Hearing you out.
I have no idea how we would implement them. Don't get me wrong, but we could. But if. Oh,
What if Discord from My Little Pony turned your campaign into a real world? What?
no.
What?
We don't want to live in Barovia.
No.
Yeah, no, no.
Never.
It's like I don't want to. I do not want to live there.
Also, Big Mac, who's Joe the Martin?
Joe the Martin from Bulbapedia.
I don't know who that is. Is he a moderator or? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Also, the idea I was gonna suggest. What if
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
just? I'm not saying we have to fight them like Critical Role did, but what if we? But what if when we bring the Abode back, or even sometime during Curse of Strahd, we bring in the characters from the other campaign as cameos for one reason or another.
Or maybe replacement party members if they get kidnapped.
I mean, I was just thinking. No, I was more or less thinking cameos.
Cameo would be one thing, but then it comes down to, okay, what are they doing here, and why can't they get out? Because if you were there for the original campaign, these guys mostly steamrolled through most of the challenges. It was really awesome to see in hindsight, but yeah, I think if they were to be used by our players, then they'd have to be depowered a little bit. But yeah.
Big Mac says Joe is the senior admin for Bulba Garden, and that they talk to her on occasion about One Piece.
Oh, that's cool. And Crystal and Mr. Maniac are going, "No, I love you more" in the chat.
I guess they really want to see some animations with our campaigns.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about a full animation, but animatic, just to sum everything up. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, by all means do so. I mean, who am I to stop you? You know, it's like if you want to do an animatic, or if you want to do fan art or something, you know, by all means. I mean, hell, I'd like to just see, like, how do you guys interpret some of the stuff that we've done?
Oh, and if your characters have any important dialogue to say, then we could have you guys actually voice those characters. Like, yeah, for like any wham lines or whatever, we can incorporate them into the animatic, and then we can actually have you guys act those things out, or something like that. Okay, and with that, we finished Lele's line art. So
I paid for color.
Yeah, color is the next phase.
Yeah, I think he's like tackling the phases all at once. So it's like he's doing like the line all the line art first, and then he's doing the coloring, and then I assume the shading if they paid for it.
Yeah, full coloring and shading is part of the full color.
Oh, okay. Because I know some people charge separately for shading.
I know they split it apart. I remember a joke I made in Brian's since-deleted Neopet stream. The Battle Dome is where we get some cameos like the other D&D parties, and maybe Alex from Phantom of the Forest. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Considering we've been talking about the abode a little bit, why don't we do Lele first?
Well, why not?
Ladies first.
Oh, yes. That's like, actually, you know, it's like, yeah, I guess while we're on the topic of D&D, let alone our Curse of Strahd campaign, so it's like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I remember before we started doing this, before we started doing the Curse of Strahd campaign, I remembered like Jen, Boone, like, you know, those of us who had played Curse of Strahd in the past, so they kind of already know what to expect. I remember them saying about how, you know, how they face like total party kills and just complete bullshit and stuff, but basically saying, like, you know, be prepared for death because it can easily happen. And it's like, hopefully, no, knock on wood, because it's like, I don't think that's gonna happen with Ark because of the way I've built him. But I've always had in my head like a nugget, like an idea for a character, like, should Ark die, a possible replacement character. But I don't think it's ever going to come into fruition because I don't think Ark's going down anytime soon. I mean, Ark's taken a lot of hits in this campaign, and he's still standing. I think he actually has the most health out of everybody.
Yeah, barbarians, man.
It's like the dude has no armor, and he's still taking hits like a fucking champ.
yeah, like, it's just a barbarian doing barbarian things. But yeah, at the same time, I guess it is impressive with the fact that, okay, I didn't expect this when I was building this character. Like, that happens sometimes, when it, comes down to character creation, because,
Well, it's like I said, knock on wood, because not for nothing, I really like playing Ark. It's like, right now, Ark is my favorite D&D character I've ever created. So it's like, I really want to play him till the end, because I really like him. But, like, I might as well bring up, like, the idea that I had for the replacement character. And, like, basically the idea of the character I was thinking of is, like, you know, okay, he would be a Barovian native. He'd have to be, because we're in Barovia. I couldn't really decide, like, maybe, like, what kind of class or something he would be. But the basic idea I'm thinking of is, like, what if the party picked up, like, the guy, like, his job, he's basically, like, whenever you have, like, the wolf attacks and shit, like, whenever, like, you know, all the undead starts attacking random people, his job is to clean up. He's the guy that has to actually clean up the bodies and shit. And that's your next party. And that's your next party member. He is so desensitized to death that it's like, he sees bodies and he's just like, whatever.
Yeah, like a medieval executioner, which, contrary to popular belief, their job wasn't only execution. Their job was to also clean out cesspools and, you know, dig graves, things like that.
Yeah, like if like dire wolves like hit a town or something, and it's like there's just bloodshed everywhere. He's just like, oh shit, here we go again. The janitor. Like, he's the fucking janitor.
Yeah, the Barovian janitor.
It's like, I just think that would be a really funny concept.
It like, would be.
Like, that's your next party member. He's the fucking cleanup crew.
Who knows? If we run.
But it's like, again, what party would that be? Like, what class would that be?
Grave Domain Cleric?
Something like, I really don't know.
I would say Grave Domain Cleric. That's the closest thing I can come up with. Not that he necessarily goes out of his way to heal people, but more like he tends to the dead bodies. So either death or Grave Domain. But yeah, I would definitely hold on to that idea at the very least. But
like that might be an idea, like maybe not for Curse of Strahd, obviously, but maybe for like a future like campaign or one shot or something. Like that might be a little nugget I'll have to remember in the future for like a possible character idea.
If you have to write it down, go ahead. But yeah, my intention is to make sure that you guys don't get, like, if you do die, it's not done unfairly, like most of the vanilla Curse of Strahd is. I want you guys to have a fighting chance, and I also want you guys to do things by your own terms. Mm-hmm. That's my intention going in. Whether or not I always succeed is, you know, up to the session, and whether or not I misinterpret small rules or whatever. But more than that, I want you guys to help make this story awesome with me. Mm-hmm. That's my job as a dungeon master. And that said,
it's like,
that's sort of how I always DM'd, I like to think.
And that's hopefully everybody that's watching the Curse of Strahd campaign is enjoying it.
Yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing with it.
I enjoy it. You're in it, dumbass.
Well, you know, all the better.
But like, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, and granted. Oh, go ahead.
First.
No, I want you to go ahead.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Okay, fine. The reason I have been considering going back to the abode is partially because we had a talk about this the other day after we finished watching The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Really good show. A shame it got canceled.
Damn you, Netflix.
But yeah, more than that, I guess I've forgotten how much the Abode meant to them, and what it meant to me too to run it for them. Like, hang the fact that I am not like a master of D&D, and I doubt I ever will be, but as long as I get to tell a story with these guys and share that story with the rest of you, then if none of my own creations fly, I at the very least hope that something that we built together does mean something to the rest of you guys.
Cool. So sorry.
And I don't want to make this about me, because when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, it's about all of us. What we made together. And whether it's off the cuff or totally planned meticulously, it's just one of those things that it's one of those things that makes you feel like, despite all the bullshittery that goes on in the world, there are little things like this that makes life worth living. I didn't mean to get sentimental like that,
You're
but
good.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Maniac says, "It's not me, it's we."
Exactly. And the Abode, for what it was worth, was and hopefully will still be a ride when we return to it. And I think it may be after a couple one shots. It may be after Curse of Strahd has run its course. Whether we defeat Strahd or we die to him, it's totally up to these guys. But I personally want them to win because, you know, I like my good endings. But if they don't win, fine. At least they put up a good fight.
Right.
But yeah. Sorry, I guess I needed a moment after that, because
No problem.
it's not often I get to talk unscripted like this, which is saying a hell of a lot, because I know I can be a little too introspective for Twitch, if you get my meaning. But yeah.
So, I guess now a question remains. What kind of druid would Amajiki be?
Amajiki?
From My Hero Academia, Side Eater. He was the guy with the manifest quirk, where anything he ate, he could adapt certain body parts to it.
Oh, right.
Circle
Yeah.
of the Moon?
Yeah, something.
I mean, I know it's the basic druid class that everyone picks from the player's handbook. It's like, hey, you want a wild shape as a bonus action? Yes, please. What's that other one? We don't care. Just pick Circle of the Moon. But honestly, that's why other subclasses have been made. You know, like Wildfire Druid and Circle of the Shepherd.
Well, it's like, well, if people weren't paying attention to the Wildfire Druid before, they Critical Role certainly will bring attention to it.
Yeah. Oh, Kooky Celtic, what films and games do you get influences for your D&D campaigns? Honestly, a little bit of everything. If it's something that I think would be cool, I add it to I add it to the games. But at the very least, I like to try and keep a semblance of theming. So, hang on, I'm gonna make this tattoo a little nicer. If it's something that I think would fit thematically, then I add it to the game. So I don't just cherry pick, but then there are often times where it's like, okay, so how can I get a laugh out of my party this time? And honestly, the RSX Stockyard was one of those things where it's like, okay, I may not have to make art for all these guys, but I have no idea what they look like. You know what? Courage the Cowardly Dog. I still remember how Dion was fucking losing it when we got there.
I just think that's just because, again, like, and I think that's probably more so like just the fun of doing everything like on Roll20 is like, okay, yes, like when it comes to like, central NPCs and stuff, of course we take it seriously, but then it's like random shopkeeps. It's like, have fun with it.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, yeah, I like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bravery the dog.
Yeah, it's like, I like that we have Guy Fieri.
No,
I like
Fagiri, yeah.
Yeah, like, we have Legolas in the town. We just got Toon Link making a cameo in the last one.
And he was kidnapped by Link's grandma.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's just, there's times like that where it's like, it's like, yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
I will, actually, speaking of which, Danny, our friend Heaton actually made a merchant that I think Ark would absolutely be amazing friends with if they were to ever meet.
Oh, really?
She's known as the Bone Lady. She sells bones.
Yeah.
And the way she sounds is like this. I have many bones. Do you want bones? I have many. Thin bones? Big bones?
It's like, yeah, I think Ark would like that very much.
It's like, I want to live here.
Yes. Frank has met her before.
Yeah, so...
Very briefly, but they have met.
So,
Yes.
Context, I guess, for everybody else. So when I was creating Ark, because technically the race he is it's called Aarakocra. It's just basically, it's bird people. And, they never specified what kind of bird you can be. So, everybody, I've seen people when they make Aarakocras, like, I literally just Googled, like, Aarakocra Barbarian on Google, just did an image search, and I'm like, okay, let's see what people have done. Lots of hawks, eagles, I've seen swans, I've seen peacocks, I've seen, like, all kinds of stuff. So when I was creating Ark, and given, like, when Jordan and I were coming up with some ideas for Ark's backstory, ultimately, I'm like, okay, if I'm going Aarakocra, what breed of bird would it be? And ultimately, I settled on the bearded vulture. And the bearded vulture is fucking metal. The bird, it's never mind the fact that it's honestly a beautiful looking bird, but the bearded vulture's diet is bones. Not the meat, the bones. It will literally, like, it'll find, like, like after the carcasses have already been, like, picked clean and the bones are left behind, it will purposefully fly. If the bones are too big to swallow, they'll actually pick up the bones, fly into the air, and drop them so that the bones will crack on the rocks, so that they can eat the bones and get the marrow inside. And I'm like, dude, that is so fucking metal. I love that idea. So, it's like, so yeah, ever since I told these guys, oh yeah, he's based off the bearded vulture and this is what bearded vultures can do, it's just now we're just like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, what Ark's diet probably would be primarily just give him the bones.
Okay. I don't mean to cut you off, but two things. One, Crystal. I'm really sorry to hear that you may not be getting a tree yet. I hope you get one soon. And also, TP flats are done color wise. now all that's left is the shading.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maniac says, "What if any of you guys made Hero Forge minis?"
That's definitely something on the table that you guys can do.
Like I've used Hero Forge before,
So have
at
I.
least to come up with like a basic concept for a character, before you would officially sketch it or something. But that's as far as I've taken it. I've never actually been like, all right, let's order the figure. Because it's like
No, maybe for a very, very, very special occasion, but I wouldn't use it as actual merchandise because, well, that's cheap for one thing. Secondly, yeah, I actually use Hero Forge for, getting general ideas for character designs, but other than that, I haven't really considered making minis of our characters on Hero Forge. That's actually a pretty neat idea.
depend, because ultimately, because I know some of the characters that we've done have very specific and unique designs that cannot be replicated.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a little challenging.
Yeah, and granted, I know that I've made designs for you guys, and sometimes I adapt what you guys drew and then put it in my art style.
Yeah.
And
But
sometimes
ultimately,
Jen
yeah.
just walks in.
Yeah. Actually, if I didn't draw Kira for Jen, we probably wouldn't have had the idea to do the Curse of Strahd campaign in the first place. And there is a possibility she may join us for the New Abode campaign.
Maybe.
She certainly seems on board for it, but yeah.
Well, we can ask her now.
I mean, given our little conversations in the chats, she's definitely up for it. More than up for it.
Well, I say that because, hi, Jen.
Hi.
Ah! Fucking streamer mode. Hi.
Hi.
Why did you just wait there, you fucking creep?
Because all the kids are doing it.
Oh, so we have Brian to thank for that. Brian, I love you, but fuck you.
Well, Twitch kept cutting in and out, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll join the call.
Hold on, Jordan.
Wait, what?
Are you saying I'm a cool kid? The fuck?
I wish that I could be like the cool kids. The cool kids, they seem to fit it.
Yeah. For the
Jordan has
record,
multiple heart attacks live, not clickbait. I have actual anxiety issues. Fuck off.
Yeah, and then
Before-
Mr. Maniac says, Ark, standing proud and menacing. Kira holds up a bone. Want a bone, Ark? Ark crouches down and has puppy dog eyes. Yes, please.
Dude, no, it's
Actual
like,
reaction.
Art, do you want the ball? Tosses ball.
He's like,
No. Bone. Bone is funnier.
Art, do you
Bearded
want the
vulture.
bone?
he's like,
Ark, do you
I'll
want
go. He's like, yeah, I'll go for the bone. fuck your ball. I'm not a dog. Despite what Strudel may think.
Actually,
and Strahd is just in Castle Ravenloft watching this, just eating I guess
A very
no
bloody steak.
just drinking blood out of a wine glass.
I was gonna say drinking blood, dipping Cheetos or something.
Actually,
Blood dipped Cheetos.
That reminds me of a picture. I'll send it to you.
He's eating an apple, so he looks more like an asshole.
So is everyone from the D&D campaign here? No, not in this Discord.
Yeah, half of the party is.
Yeah.
We're missing Boone, we're missing Sugash, we're missing Corey, and we're missing Rickett. If we had those three, then we'd have the entire party here. But,
Actually, I just like to imagine the next encounter with Carl. It's like, hey, Ark, you want a bone? And then just throws it at Carl.
No, have a biscuit.
Oh shit!
Well, that's what I was hoping to do when I chucked the head of one of the orcs from the last party. I was like, here, just chuck the head right at him. But I missed.
Yeah, so I missed. Kira
did.
tosses the bone. Go get it, Ark. Chases it, and comes back with Garl in his mouth. You spelled Garl wrong, by the way, but that's okay. That makes it funnier. Don't correct it, please.
Yeah, he's like, Kira's like, where's the bone? He's like, I got you something better.
I mean, I got.
Hello, still alive.
I got many ones.
The rest of the party, die! I swear, that's your reaction every fucking time. Every fucking time. Don't pretend it isn't.
It's like, how many times do you have to teach this lesson, old man?
I mean, that being said, the last time we encountered him, Corey managed to like negotiate our way out of a fight, so he can come back and be like, still alive. It's like, we know we left you alive last
He's
time.
like, still alive, Corey. Get him.
Still alive.
Hey, can you talk him away again, please?
He's like, make him go away.
Please.
Either you make him go away or I will, and I don't think you'll like my way.
This is why I
Cricket
consider this is why I consider Ark the dad of the group.
Big burb dad.
Big Bird Dad.
Yes.
Hey, can I get a Big Bird Dad?
Big bird dog.
Big Bird Dad.
I'm gonna laugh if we do manage to get to the end of the campaign. Like fucking Ark goes up to Kira's dad and just like curb stomps him. Like, this is what you get for treating my daughter like shit.
No, like he flings Kira's dad off the throne, and then there's like a JPEG explosion after it.
Yes.
It's like I think like, you know, you get like the three main hitters, like, you know, Sugash, Kedrot, and Ark, and it's just they just go full JoJo on the deck.
I was literally gonna bring that up. Yes.
No, see,
Who would sip tea?
Kedrot.
Kedrot.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
yeah. So who's Mista, who's Narancia, and who's Abakio?
Okay, I feel like Mista needs to be Ark and Sukash is Narancia.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, you just have Kedrot sipping his tea and then he joins you.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
okay, so that's
Hang on, I need to.
I'm gonna say it like this: if we're basing if we're gonna equate our party to the JoJo characters from part 5, I'm certainly fearing for most of a party then.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you better, because we watched it together.
Well, yeah, I know, you dick.
Yeah, I know. We're more or less caught up at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
actually.
well, at least with the exception of Stone Ocean, that's now come out. So it's like, oh snaps.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Jordan, I know it's Thursdays is Critical Role, right?
Thursday nights.
Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. At 10:30 our time, but it's Pacific time. It's 7.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, you know, tomorrow before that happens, you and me could watch some episodes of Stone Ocean.
Yeah.
By
Actually,
the way,
wait, you're totally right. Tomorrow is probably going to be Critical Role.
Yeah.
by the way, Realm, I found the. This is what Strahd is doing.
Yeah. Buggles.
Yeah, bugles. And he even has them on his fingers as claws.
As you
Oh my
should.
god, I did that. Yeah, I did that all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm looking at this image. Huh? I guess he's not all bad.
He's like, yep.
Honestly-
he's like, yep. These are the people that got my attention.
Honestly, guys, if you ever get him in a good mood, I can totally see Strahd hamming it up with you. Like, I can absolutely see that.
Oh god.
It's just, again, you have to get him in a good mood.
Right.
like-
And I mean, admittedly, like, you know, the party's first encounter with him, we were not in the mood for humor.
No. Because, you know, again, you did get out of a harrowing experience, so
And I
it's kind of
lost
hard to be happy after that.
And I lost my dog.
But we,
Yeah, poor
but that's-
Sephaxis.
But
Yeah,
but that's
Mimi lost
okay.
her dog, Ricket lost his house.
I mean,
And Ark lost his patience.
Yeah, and you know what? Ricket's gonna make Castle Ravenloft his new house.
that's okay, you guys. We gained a new dog, though.
Yep.
Yeah, what the dog doing?
Yeah.
Okay, Maniac asks, super random thought for no reason. In some hypothetical universe where this happens, which one of the party members would turn evil or betray the party?
Ricket.
Ricket.
I think Ricket would probably at least right now in the story, I think Ricket would probably be that person.
Oh yeah.
But then again, Dion likes to surprise us with his characters.
Carol.
Comparatively speaking, Ricket is the closest thing to someone who's murder, the closest thing to a murder hobo. You know.
Well, okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I'm saying
far.
the closest to, not he is. And let me make it clear, I know Dion is very much more nuanced of a player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is not. Like, first off, his character already is not a murder hobo, but I'm saying he's the closest to one because he seems to be the closest to always wanting to. Does that make sense? Like, of all the characters
We
who,
get what you mean.
Yeah.
Let me make that clear. He's the closest to that. That does not mean he either is one or whatever. You know.
Where like everybody, because everybody else, I would think like in a situation. Everybody else would probably be like, let's try and talk our way out, or let's find some other way out. And it's like, I think Ricket would be the kind of person to try and think his way out too. But like, if that plan clearly doesn't work, then he will not hesitate to choose violence.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started slicing.
Right. And like, honestly, I think like out of our party, I think like both Ark and Ricky are like the two people who will not hesitate to jump to violence. Everybody else.
Yeah.
At least right now, kind of comes off like, no, we don't need to jump to violence right away. But like, Ricky and Ark would be like, violence is very much a viable option. Let's not rule it out.
To quote the casual geographic, they don't always choose violence, but life is multiple choice.
Yeah.
Or my favorite quote is like, stealth is optional. Which,
life is multiple choice, and if they happen to circle violence, then they will put you on a t-shirt.
Right. And I mean, like, Ark, I can at least tell you, like Ark, like, there have been times, like, in that campaign, like, when they first went to, was it Kretsk or something, and they wouldn't let him in the village.
Yes.
They refused to let us in. Like, Ark was just like, I know I can't kill them. Can I at least beat them up? Like, like, please. Like, can I throttle some heads, please?
No, we don't need to do that.
And he's like, damn it.
Just one, please.
I love the dynamic that freaking Kira's like, it's okay, Ark. We'll get you something later, or you can beat up something later.
Can I at least take their bones?
Yeah, it's like, Mimi, violence isn't the answer,
but
guys.
Ark, that kills people.
Yeah, it's like, violence isn't the answer, guys. Ark, she's right. Violence is the question, and my answer is yes. That really would be something Ark would say, because it's like...
Honestly, yeah.
Ark, I honestly did not intend for him to develop, like, this deadpan response sense of humor. I did not anticipate to do that. It just happened.
Actually,
that's the beauty of D&D.
Actually, there's one line that I still remember from the show Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, where she's like, whoa, violence is never the answer, really? I mean, not unless the question is, how do you squash a bunny?
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure that's a line of dialogue from Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. If you play as Ultimate Spider-Man, sometimes he'll spout out, violence is never the answer, unless the question is, how do I beat the bad guys? Okay, maybe violence is sometimes the answer.
Hey, Jordan, never forget the wise words of Master Splinter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first rule of being a ninja is do no harm. Unless you mean to do harm. Then do lots of harm!
God.
But
Man,
yeah.
that's like, man, that reminds me, like, I remember back in the day when, like, the Spoonie one was relevant once upon a time. And he was doing his freaking massive series about the Ultimate Game series. And, like, I forgot which game it was. It was one of the later ones. But he was, like, wrapping it up, the review and everything. And he was talking about how, what he really liked about the game was it really helped enforce, like, the sense of, like, these, like, codes of virtue that the game established and such. And he was going into all this, was saying how, like, it's all about, and the reward of the game is achieving the enlightenment and following these tenets and stuff. But then he ends up, he's like, but I would still hunt the fucker that broke into my house and stole my Xbox. I mean, justice is a virtue. So it's like, yeah, he's got a point. It's like, yeah, again, that would I could totally maybe see that being like a response or something where like Ark would be like, okay, I want to go fight somebody or I want to go hurt someone, and maybe yeah, you guys would be like, no, Ark, we don't need to do that, and he's like, but justice.
Ark, please, there's a time and a place.
But big monster.
It's like there's a time and place, yes, and that time and place is now.
Oh god. I was like so freaking scared for Rickon when he went into the freaking windmill by himself. Like, Rickon, please don't do anything stupid, please.
And then he
fuck.
did something stupid.
It's like, fuck.
It's like knife.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, like it's not just Rickon, but to be fair, we also committed the cardinal sin of splitting up the party, which is something. Yeah, which is something that everybody says you should never do when you play Dungeons and Dragons, and yet we did that.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely fair, you can split the party within reason, but when it comes to a potentially deadly encounter, that's when you shouldn't split the party.
Yeah, and that's where.
But
that's
honestly,
where we
I didn't
fucked
stop
up.
you because, for one thing, it's totally within character. So I didn't think it was a problem. It wasn't really.
All right, I legit think he was just gonna go into the windmill, see nothing was wrong, and come back.
But then, he saw something was wrong. Oops.
And then he chose knife.
Yeah.
It's like, well, luckily, I do have a plan to get us the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It's just like I just know, like, my thought was like, okay, Ark, given the fact he's a bird, he can fly. And he's like, knowing that, like, if Rickett was not up on that top floor, then it's like, okay, he would have just climbed up with everybody. But the fact, knowing that it's like, yeah, one of our party members has pretty much revealed himself. He's on the top floor, and he's like, no, I'm flying up to go get him. I can't leave him alone.
Oh, Crystal says, violence is never the answer. Unless people start to threaten you or your family, then throw them out the window.
Yeah, more or less.
Violence is never the answer, but apparently, according to the party, if you threaten Mimi,
Yeah, threaten Mimi, violence.
Yeah, you don't deserve to live.
Threaten any of the casters.
threaten specifically the person who would say violence is never the answer. And
yeah, Mimi totally would.
By the way, I found on Twitter a very interesting revelation.
What's that?
It was a comic where somebody says, I'm a VTuber, you're a LARPer. But LARPing is live action role playing.
Yeah, when you break it down like that.
Yeah. I hope we do this seafaring campaign so I can bring in my small, innocent half-bard.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I know you shorted out, Jen, and I'm sorry that you did, but, I don't know if you heard, when I was having a heart-to-heart with everyone, but I was basically going, like, the abode means a lot to us, and that's the beauty of, Dungeons and Dragons. It can bring a lot of people together, and the abode was that for us. And honestly, I would do it again, and I don't know. Everyone seems to be on board with it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it was the campaign that got Riona her girlfriend.
It actually was, and actually we are. We even adapted that into our own canons.
I cannot
So
believe
Dor and Riona is actually canon. It
Nice.
hasn't canonically happened yet, but it is canon to us.
Yeah. Apparently, Dion's character is going to adopt my child.
Man, poor Crystal is just getting the back and forth treatment.
Aw.
I more than understand how they feel.
Oof.
It's like, okay, back and god damn it, you need me for what now?
Yeah.
Okay, who hit the self-destruct button?
Actually, Jen, it's like you say like apparently Rags wants to adopt. It's like he already has a fucking menagerie.
It's like, yeah, that was the funny thing about the abode. It's like, yeah, here's like the necromancer, and his big quirk that ultimately kind of developed where he's like, you know, yeah, I'm gonna build the army, but it's not an army of like the undead or anything. He was being a fucking Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was. Like, any creature that would either be useful to him or just for fun, he collects.
Yeah, he befriended so many monsters and took him
Yeah.
and took them with us. So it's like the necromancer became a Pokemon trainer.
And of course,
I mean, if you think about it,
also,
sorry.
I was gonna say, also, let us never forget the time where he made a mental connection with a fucking kraken.
He did. He absolutely did.
Oh yeah.
my God.
Oh yeah, Jen. Rags has a kraken.
Oh,
Well,
Ah!
Well,
Well,
sort
okay,
of.
he
Sort of.
he has a kraken on his speed dial. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the spell that he used only lets him control it for a while. It's not permanent.
No.
However, he did make it a friend.
He did.
Yeah. That's why I said he has a kraken on speed. He had a kraken on speed dial.
Yeah.
But yeah.
well, if it makes you... Oh, my bar being small is probably going to want to make friends with everybody. And I'm waiting for the day when she does manage to quote-unquote tame a dragon. Her freaking charisma, by the way, is a +5 now.
Wait. Do you mean like in character creation or
Yeah, in character creation.
what? Okay, let me ask you this. What stat is your charisma?
Currently, I built this on the D&D Beyond creator thing.
Okay. I will say that's not the thing that we use, but well, what did you get anyway?
0 in strength. Her strength is 11. 12 in dexterity. 11 in con. 16 in intelligence. 17 in wisdom, and I might change it later, but fuck it. 20 in charisma.
Too high.
Do I?
Yeah, you're level 3. 20 is way too high to start.
All right. I will refix that.
Like 18 or 19 is fine, but if it's just a straight 20, not gonna lie, that's kind of metagamey.
Sorry, I did not know. I'm not the best D&D player. I'm going to be honest.
Well, you've been fine for most of Curse of Strahd, but it's like,
Well, I think
by all means,
But I think it also depends on, again, it's like the character creation, because it's like,
Look,
because
sometimes,
sometimes like sometimes the race that you pick gives you insane bonuses.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
because she's
Yeah.
half drow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like half elves, I understand because I have a half elf character myself, and half elves get insane bonuses. It's almost unfair how many bonuses half elves
Yeah,
get
like-
compared to regular elves.
like there's one thing there's one time where I rolled Lele stats for another campaign, sort of thing, like one shot. I rolled I got an 18 before bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what specific bonuses I got, but well, but when despite the fact that we were level 3, her charisma stat was a 20. Because I rolled the 18 and with like race bonuses and stuff,
Okay, there we
Uh-huh.
go. I fixed it a bit. Her charisma's back
Right.
down to a +4.
But yeah, if you want to adapt it into the spreadsheets that we use, please do so.
Yeah, I will.
I did put it in the pins in the party chat, but yeah, be extremely careful when you roll for stuff like that.
Also, Jen, another fun dynamic that would occur too, because Rags wanted bones all the time, so like he could do necromancy stuff.
Yeah,
but
he harvests the corpses of freshly fallen enemies.
Yeah, but one of the problems with gathering skulls is my character Riona would keep cutting them in half and destroying them. And he's like, "Did you just break another skull?" Yep. Damn it!
Yeah, that's actually a sort of running gag that kept happening. Like, Riona is so proficient in killing people that Rags barely has the time to, even get their heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And, there was also the running gag where Riona kept getting eaten by everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird. She's the best killer in the party, yet she keeps getting eaten.
I mean, she could try and do the thing that.
I know some people think Riona's a snack, but that's ridiculous.
I mean, I was gonna. Okay, first and foremost, hi. Second and foremost,
Hi.
I'm not saying it because I think Riona's a snack. I'm saying hi. Secondly, I mean, I was gonna say, what Riona could do is remember the opening of the Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Mm-hmm.
Where Drax gets
Yeah.
in front of the beast and he tries to kill it from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
I don't know. Do you think Riona probably would?
I mean, she tried. And I think, and considering that she can run electricity through her blade, then I think, yeah, she probably could be capable of doing that.
Being Drax.
No, like, I was thinking more so the image of her just stabbing her blades over and over and over and over again, but nothing's happening. They're just bouncing off.
She wouldn't do that.
No, that wouldn't be real. That would be Ark, totally. With his talon.
Totally.
Like, he just scratch with his talon.
Its armor is too thick from the outside. I must attack from the inside.
Exactly what?
He would do that. And come out, I have slain the beast!
and then it's like, after that, it's like, excuse me for a moment, and then he goes bone picking.
Well, he's got to get his trophies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
get them trophies.
It's funny because, I was showing you the Casual Geographic. We were seeing, he was talking about the harpy eagle and how they actually have a nest filled with, little bones, and I'm like, hey, look, it's Ark.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Most definitely. And yet, harpy eagles haven't been accounted of ever attacking humans.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they're as big as we are. Yummy.
I don't know.
And then there came the owls.
What was I gonna say?
I hate it when that happens.
I just know, like, if you Google bearded vultures on, like, if you search for that on YouTube, it's like there's videos of you can see little baby vultures. Like, you
Yeah,
can
that's
actually
baby
see-
arc.
Yeah, little baby arcs hatching from eggs. So it's like, oh, it's a baby. It's like it's funny. It's like, again, it's like little baby bearded vultures are so fluffy and adorable. It's like baby Ridley. It's this cute white fluffy adorable little thing, and then they grow up and it's like they become like these like bamf motherfuckers.
Yeah. Actually, I think in the Zero Mission manga, Ridley has a moniker. It's called the Cunning God of Death. Because of course he'd call himself that. Like, it's Ridley. Come on.
Baby Arc's first words. Fuck.
Fuck.
No. This first word is food.
Now, Danny, what do you think his first words would be?
I don't know.
Since you are his creator.
I know, but it's like, I mean, fuck is funny. Make no mistake.
Yeah, fuck is funny.
But like, realistic.
Food is also in character.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, realistically, it's like, I don't know.
Let's just say food, for sake of argument. Bone.
Yeah, like maybe like bone or something. Like bone would probably be an easy baby word.
Oh, actually, if Ark had a favorite song, would you say that it would be Alice in Chains' Them Bones?
Oh gosh.
Which I also learned recently was actually converted into a song in Doom 2.
Okay.
Like they made essentially an SNES cover of it. Which Nintendo, before you get on their butts about it, Nintendo did it too with Earthbound. Johnny B. Good is actually in the Earthbound soundtrack. I know I was reeling when Chugga showed it off in his LP of it, which I never got to finish, but Johnny B. Good was playing and I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Like, this isn't a Nintendo game?
Yee.
The idea of any of the Curse of Strahd characters having a favorite song gave me a stupid idea.
Oh no.
Oh, I can tell you what Kira's favorite song is.
Yeah. I mean, I know of a song that fits, like, for what I have planned for Ark. I know of a song that fits Ark to a T, but a favorite song of his? Like, I don't know.
I see him being a metalhead.
Either that or, like, I see him, like, he's probably, like, the kind of guy that it's, like, he probably would listen to, like, the kind of maybe, like, I could see, like, maybe, like, the kind of, like, I don't know if it's, like, necessarily, like, new agey music or something, but, like, something, like, really, I could see something, like, really heavy on percussion, like drums.
Definitely.
And such. Like, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, I can totally see Ark. Like, that would probably be realistically close to what he would listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sugash would probably listen to, maybe rock, maybe,
Castlevania soundtrack.
yeah, Castlevania soundtrack for sure. That's the fun answer.
Yeah.
We probably have to ask Boone about that one. What would Kedrot listen to?
Winx Club.
Wings Club.
Winx Club, what? I don't know, what do you...
I say he listens to the soundtrack from fucking Winx Club.
That's a reach. Wait, Danny, I was about to say that. Wait, you were Mr. Maniac?
I have a character that is so heavily linked with fairies. I'm sorry, the first thing that comes to mind is the Winx Club.
I mean, the fairies from Neopets do look a bit Winx Club-y, not gonna lie.
Right.
They kind of do.
Right. And you know, if it's any yeah, like And it's like, as funny as it is, like, at the same time, I can't really even say that as like an insult, because not for nothing, the Winx Club actually does have some good music.
Like give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, like if you actually listen to like some of like the transformation songs that they use in Winx Club, they are fucking rocking. I mean, it's like holy crap, like they're really, really catchy.
Huh.
Okay, and I think. Wait, hang on. One last thing.
Kira, for someone like her, she would probably listen to like Inya, like very, very calming music. Something very, medieval-ish. Celtic.
Classical.
Yes, Celtic music.
Okay, classical and folk.
Yeah.
Actually, something that's now occurred to me, it's like Ark it's like bunch of monsters like challenge Ark to a fight. Ark birds up, drop Giorno piano.
Yes.
The science show piano.
Kedrot listens to the Iris album Dawn of the Dime Tricks or
Dimitrix.
Oh
no! It's Matt's pronunciation of dominatrix, Dimitrix.
I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. I'm sorry.
Dimitrix.
Dime Tricks.
Well, okay, okay. Here's the thing. I like Celtic music because, well, technically it's in my blood. So it's also part of my heritage. So that's it. If you guys were wondering why I called myself the Kooky Celtic, I actually am Irish by heritage. Which isn't a coincidence because my main character is Irish. Ireland doesn't exist in my world, but it's its customs and its world building is based heavily off of Celtic mythology. And general things from the British Isles. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Actually.
Well, I had to start getting ready for work.
All right, man. Well,
okay.
It's. Well, thank you for hanging out anyway.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, Jordan, sometime tomorrow I'll get you for some Stone Ocean.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna crack my back if I can.
You okay?
I love my new chair, but
It's
actually a little bit too high. Like, I have to hunch over to reach my thing now. So I'm wondering if I need a platform to put my laptop on. But yeah, Jen, I finished the flats of Ritz here. What do you think?
Hang on. Like I said, Twitch was being a dick to me. Give me just a moment to get my butt back on there. Oh my god, I hate this freaking Christmas curse cold.
If it'll be better, I can send you WIP.
Hold on, I'm on it right now.
Okay.
Come on. Alright, first I gotta get through this ad.
Curse of Christmas.
I love that. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, please, keep the meme train coming. How many meme tiles can we make before the end of the campaign? Okay.
I've stopped collecting memes for the time being, by the way, Jordan.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Like, making vines would be a fun idea. It's just, you gotta let me breathe and look through some of them.
Yeah.
No, no breathing.
I like that. That's cool.
Okay, fine. I'll just fucking die then. Okay. Jen, do you see the commission? Excuse
yeah,
you?
I see it. I like it.
Thank you. Okay. Last one we need to color in is Solitaire and Snake, so Yeah. I
Yay.
think for that we'll possibly end the stream by making their flats, and then we'll call it. How long have we been running actually? Not even 2 hours.
Oh dear.
I'm fine.
I am faster than I give myself credit for. Okay then.
I mean, I could commission something else, but I don't know.
I mean, we're already working on this. Might as well wait until I finish.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Ooh. Oh, I just checked in the speaking of server.
Okay, whatever it is in the Curse of Strahd one, don't say it out loud because
I'm not.
possible spoilers. Okay, good.
It's nothing spoilers.
Sure.
Cool.
I am the one guy, like, if no one else, I'm the one guy who has never played or really gone through Curse of Strahd. So, like, everything is new for me.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, this is the first time I've played Curse of Strahd. Like, I'm trying to like, because I watch a bunch of D&D channels, and I'm trying to avoid watching anything like Curse of Strahd related because I don't want to spoil myself.
Thank you for that.
Fuck
But yeah,
that
hopefully I ran the Durst Mansion, well, Death House, but the Durst Mansion better than the original, because if I did it vanilla,
I'm
it would
actually
suck.
glad. I'm actually glad that you did, because like I said, the Death House is notorious for TPKs.
Yeah,
And
because
we
it's
didn't
like
lose
it wasn't.
And we didn't lose a single person while in it.
Yeah, because it's almost like the original one wasn't fucking balanced enough for level 1 parties. Yeah, it was supposed to get level 1 characters all the way to level 3. Like, that's why I recommended you guys start level 3 and then you go through it. But even then, it has the potential to TPK. So, I ran the revamped version. Ricket Manor, of course. Sorry.
I love the idea that Rick is like, okay, I can't get this house. I'm going after the next best thing. I'm going after the fucking castle.
But then it comes down to, but can he actually do it? In my heart, I think yes. But, you never know. Alright, so line art has been fixed. Let's go ahead and get the flats in. And sort of like how I did with Vane, Mr. Maniac, I will take some liberties in choosing darker tones, to accentuate what you already have.
Oh god, I want this concrete up with. And what's worse is I'm not even. This is only the first one of many. I always get sick during this time of the year. Neverwhere else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a seasonal thing. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I'm sniffling like crazy, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but...
Oh, yeah, I can hear it now, yeah. Alright. Let's do... You know what, let's go to Snake first. Okay. I think I'll choose off-white, because, general rule with coloring, white and blacks are actually, in design, classified as neutral colors, so you can definitely use them. It just depends, what types you're using. More often than not, if you just use straight black or straight white, then, it's not going to translate as well, if that makes sense. But if you go an off color, then there's plenty of opportunities for different shading styles. It's one of those things in character design that makes sense in practice more than it does in just sheer explanation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. And I know I keep using the Varia suit from Metroid Dread as an example, but you know that Samus's suit now has the color white in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In game design, it's actually pretty helpful because it actually not only cools down her palette a lot more, you know, because for a while her main suit color is orange with shades of yellow and red. So for Metroid Dread, this go around, not only does she still have those colors, but white helps let you know, okay, your eyes aren't supposed to focus on here. You're supposed to focus on Samus's shoulders, head, and her circles on her suit, you know, which are on her gun, her shoulders, her feet. And it actually helps identify where Samus is at all times for the player, which is super important in a game like this, actually. Because with all the stuff that you have to do, it's more important for you to pay attention to Samus rather than everything else. And while it did take a while for me to get used to the white on her suit, now I love it. Because again, it does cool down her color palette a lot more.
Coloring coordination is important.
Yeah. It's like, when you break it down, it actually does make a modicum of sense. There's a whole video that goes into the design of Samus's Varia suit. Another thing is what's known as a flow line. Because now more than ever, Samus's design is a lot more uniform, because you know how angular and sharp her visor is, right? How it sort of looks like an arrow. With the Varia suits, you know, traditional chest lights, they also flow down and sort of this arrow sort of motion with the rest of her body. Which also helps with the muscle tendons that appear on her suit. And again, like this person also described in their video, because they're a game concept artist, we have this unspoken appreciation for the human form, and because Samus is this athletic character, you know, and the fact that the fusion suit is still under repairs, but it's still the fusion suit, so you see these organic elements all over the mechanical ones. So it helps accentuate bits and pieces of Samus's personality and character, while still incorporating her athleticism.
Okay.
And again, the fusion suit is gross, but it's interesting. I must say, Jordan, you have a way with dye. We could use someone like you. No, you don't. My luck is shit. Shit.
All the bad lucks.
The dice tell narrative.
I swear to you, like, if I were a player, which I have been a couple times, but if I were a player, I would guarantee you I would be the Will Wheaton of the group. Most of my roles are dog shit.
poor Rickett though. Well, I mean,
we're not
also,
talking about we're not talking about Rickett. We're talking about me. Fuck you.
like our poor,
Is there something you'd like to say? I'm kidding.
like our poor, also poor freaking Boone. Like that last session.
Yeah, Rickett and Boone, Rickett and Suga. We just refer to them as two different things. One is the player character, one is just Boone. What does that even mean? Okay. Rickett and Sugash. Honestly, I chalk it up to the fact that he's not there in his multi-class yet, and also that, you know, general bad luck. I guarantee you, once things get going, I think you'll have an easier time, but even then, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Maniac says, going back to some lore I mentioned prior, Snake's motives are unknown. Solitaire's, though, are just to make people suffer. He accepts Snake's offer to join the Casino of Carnage for that very reason. Well, that and thank you for freeing him from a house of cards. Little design tidbits for my boys. The inner suit of Snake is green of most casino boards with his red, black, and yellow tie representing a roulette table.
Yeah, I see that. I see it a lot, actually, yeah. I love it when people get inventive with their character designs, and no matter how on the nose they are, if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's typically how I design characters. Like, if it accentuates who they are, or if it just makes sense for them to wear, then that's what I shoot for. Actually, with a design philosophy in mind when designing characters, at least in video games, if more often than not, a hero character would be symbolized by circles. You know, it indicates that they're approachable and they are good people. Triangles indicate a more aggressive person.
Yeah.
May not always be a villain, but very rarely, again, like Samus, sometimes it applies to hero characters. I'd hate to use myself as an example, seriously, but Alex has mostly triangles in her design because she's a monster slayer by trade, so I wanted to accentuate her, you know, aggressive and dangerous profession, and to also signify, this isn't someone you should fuck with. But then, there's also hints and pieces that she's a gentle-natured person, not just from character interactions, but also with little bits in her design, because she also actually does have circles in her design. It comes from her family insignia that you can sometimes see on her shoulder pads. You see them on her boots. And there's also spirals on her breastplate. And, yeah, things like that. And sometimes when she's smiling, the sharpness in her eyes does go away. For the most part.
Alright. And then Maniac says, for the other character, Solitaire's inner suit being blue and the tie being white are to reflect the back of cards. The ones that have blue backs, at least, just to stick out from the blacks and the reds. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, Crystal.
That's okay. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then again, isn't that what most streams are?
It's
Streamers shooting the shit.
It's what we do best.
Yeah. And then we literally shoot shit. No. That's terrible. That's a terrible joke. It's terrible, pizza.
Bad, Jordan. Bad. That was terrible.
My stream, fuck you.
You were really making me twitch.
God, imagine if there was actually a streaming service or a streaming browser thing with other synonyms of Twitch. Okay, can we talk about that a little bit? Hang on. Let's look up synonyms for twitching.
Hang on. Let's see. Thesaurus.com. Twitch.
Really useful tool for writing, by the way.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So synonyms for Twitch. We have, at least as far as the first choices, blink, flutter, jerk, jiggle, shudder, tremble.
I like jiggle.
Jiggle.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah, those are like some of the more common ones. And then they also have listed beat, clasp, clutch, grab, grasp, grip, jump, kick, lug, lurch, nip, pain, palpitate, pluck.
Palpitate.
Fuck you, pop up, get out of my way. Pluck, pull, seize, shiver, snap, snatch, squirm, tick, tug, twinge, velicate, and yank.
Yank. I like that.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like that's entire arcs. The definition of arc in a nutshell.
No, we're just like trying to see which one of these would actually sound like an equivalent to Twitch, like the streaming service. I like yank.
Yank.
I don't know why. Yank and jiggle, like they sound so stupid. Yet I wouldn't be surprised if someone uses them as a name. And like a sort of off-brand version of those things in a movie.
Sounds like a bootleg Twitch streaming service. I'm not gonna lie.
That's exactly what we're talking about, Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But that sounds perfect for it.
Yeah. My brother got his refilling for his teeth done because the filling he had was almost gone. And Dad promised Subway or something when he was done because I think something happened when they were doing his teeth. Okay.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, hope your brother's feeling better though.
Fuck.
You okay?
Yeah. Just like when I get sick, I go into like a very dazed state.
Yeah, it almost sounds like you're going into hibernation.
Yeah, it's like I said, being sick. Every time I get sick, I get very, very tired.
Do you need to like go lay down and get rest?
No, I don't need to lay down, not yet.
I mean, it could be your body trying to tell you need rest. Have you been overworking yourself lately?
No, I mean, I recently got back to work after, the doc says that, oh, everything's fine. You could go back to work and start lifting again.
Right. Okay, Mr. Maniac, question. Would you prefer a darker shade of red or a bit brighter? I want to ask you that personally. So let's wait for the Twitch delay to do its thing. Oh, Mr. Maniac patted you, Jen.
Aw, thank you.
Alright, so brighter shade of red or darker shade of red?
Why don't you like squiggle both colors in just to like little patches and just to see
Something like a poppy red. Oh, yeah, okay. So, sounds like a brighter shade. So let's do that.
Yeah, poppy red is it is a brighter red.
Alright. Oh, interesting note about Red for my series real fast. It sort of ended up becoming what you could say the color of evil. It doesn't apply to all characters, like Savras has a lot of red in her design, although I would argue her main color is actually white. But red does signify her passion. But no, red signifies the color of evil, sort of like how in Spectacular Spider-Man, that's how they color-coded their villains. If any bad guy is in Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, they'd mostly be wearing green. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Vulture.
That one crocodile
Scorpion.
dude. That one crocodile dude.
Not a crocodile, lizard.
Yeah, lizard man. I'm sorry, I don't.
No, lizard, just lizard.
Yeah, lizard.
Yeah.
See, this is where it's like, I'm so sorry. I'm about to go on a fucking tirade about goddamn Ruby.
Oh
Okay.
no, what happened?
Go ahead.
Remember when they once understood color theory?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because they sure as fuck don't have it now.
Oh my god, you're totally right.
They really don't. And I mean, I'm not just talking about, why is Weiss wearing more blue instead of white? I mean, yeah, that's a common complaint. I agree. But even the color choices that they are giving the characters, they don't fucking mesh well at all.
You know what? You have a point.
Like, it's like, again, my girl Weiss, you've been doing my girl duty. You've been doing her dirty. What the fuck?
Please stop doing Weiss dirty. She deserves better than this. Remember that she's awesome.
But it's like, yeah, like, it's not that I don't imagine her wearing blue, but wearing, like, that bright navy blue, I don't think that looks good on her at all. Like, when she doesn't come off as the kind of character to wear darker shades of colors. She comes off more as, like, because, again, I'm thinking not just shades of white and stuff, but snow, like, paler colors, like ice. Yeah, like ice and snow. But even, like, even if you look at some of her designs now, like, you'll actually miss it because it's so faint. But, like, if you look at some of her jewelry, she has, like, bright shades of red, which should be able to pop, but they just don't. They are so lost against, like, all the...
Yeah, because they're so tiny.
It's so tiny, and it's just so... They get lost in between the massive amount of bright white and dark blue. It does not work.
Yeah, you make a compelling point.
It's like, I know everybody makes the whole argument, like, Weiss is wearing more blue, and Blake is wearing Weiss's colors instead of black, and Yang just completely ignores yellow altogether. It's like, I've heard, I heard the same arguments and such, and I get it. But it's like, given the color schemes and the such, that in the designs that they currently have now, it's like, again, I don't think the colors mesh well at all. And it's like, how did we go from, like, striking color palettes and color combinations to we just make shit up on the fly and expect people to like it?
I'm thinking about it now. I realized that they did Blake dirty really bad out of all of them.
Once again, Varia Suit Samus in Metroid Dread is a good example of how to do new color schemes right.
It's almost like Rooster Teeth doesn't care or something.
Yeah, they kind of don't anymore. It's either that they care about the wrong things.
We've got to have money.
Okay, is it greed or incompetence? What do you think?
Probably a mixture of both.
Yeah, like, so here comes my rant. The recent Transformers thing that came out, The Inferior War for Cybertron on Netflix? the one where they deliberately didn't hire, Frank Welker for Megatron or Optimus Prime for... Sorry, Peter Cullen for Optimus Prime. He's such a perfect fit for Optimus that I just call him Optimus. Shit. But anyway, to my point. They try to pander to the fan base, but even then the show wasn't that good at it, because whoever they got for Beast Wars Megatron was not Beast Wars Megatron. He sounds like some dude they just, whisked off the streets. To better illustrate this, David Kaye in the original Beast Wars cartoon had this deep, menacing baritone to his voice with a hint of levity to it. Like, you get the sense, okay, this guy's evil and he loves being evil. Yes. When the new guy does it, it's like, yes! Like, do you see the problem?
Yeah, it completely, you get a completely different image.
Yes, and not only that, but the characterization is also off, which, Ruby is also guilty of too, but with War for Cybertron, they got Optimus and other characters like Beast Wars Megatron so wrong. Like, Optimus doesn't yell, Beast Wars Megatron wouldn't be a tool. In fact, he would try to overthrow the original Megatron more than anything, because he's that power hungry. And Bumblebee isn't, like, this, tortured soul. Like, please. Bumblebee would crack jokes more often than saying, I don't want to fight this war. It's too much. Autobots and Decepticons are no better.
They really did that to Bumblebee?
Yeah, they made him not fun.
It's like, what the hell?
It's like, how do you get Bumblebee wrong? Like,
I mean,
not for enough.
Granted, I know in Transformers Prime, when you showed that to us, it's like the majority of the time Bumblebee physically could not talk.
Yeah, thanks, Megatron.
But even when he physically couldn't talk, you can tell by his actions. He was not a fucking coward. He was not a sourpuss. He was not this, like, emo, angsty person or something. Like, you could tell by his actions he was very much dedicated. A little childish, sure, but very much dedicated.
Yeah, and and through his body language, you can tell and get the information that Bumblebee is a really caring person, and he's dedicated to the cause, and he's also kind of a bamf. Like, when in season 3, when he and Smokescreen were on a job, he did a no-look kill on a Viacon, and wow, that pose was so cool. And Megatron also messed with him the most. It's like, oh, you're just a scout. You mean nothing to me. So he talks down at him in every turn. He possessed his body, and he also killed him. But then Bumblebee came back and killed him back. They did him really well there. But yeah. The thing with War for Cybertron, though, is that it portrays, it tries to give these people depth while forgetting what good writing actually means. So, the Autobots come across each other more antagonistic with each other than the Decepticons are supposed to be. I did hear they got Jetfire pretty okay, but I don't know. It's like one of those situations where it's like, okay, that worked out accidentally. If it's not accidentally, it sure came off that way because you made Optimus sound like an abusive prick.
Yeah.
Because everyone on his team seems to be against him. Like, come on, how do you get Optimus wrong? I'll tell you how, by doing what Michael Bay did and make him a psychopath.
Oof.
I think Crystal Star Girl says, not to mention, I think Utena also did color schemes right. Oh, yeah. Color was a major factor with Utena. I mean, there's a reason why people are trying to replicate Utena's color style. Like, even with, like, you know, the shadowy silhouettes against the bright backgrounds, there's a reason why we're seeing a lot more of that popping up.
I mean,
it's really, really good.
I mean, hell, freaking, what was it? What was it? Oh yeah, freaking Has-Been Hotel has like a really good color palette schemes. Like,
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Has-Been Hotel. I am loving Hell of a Boss so much that it's like, it's really
oh
raising
my god,
it's raising my expectations a lot for Has-Been.
I love freaking Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Like, my favorite character right now has to be Stolas.
Yeah, it's like Stolas is good. That's like, I Blitz for me. Blitz just has like some of like the best like comebacks out like I've ever heard. You know, so it's like, yeah, I absolutely love I mean it's like, yeah, I love Blitz. Stolas is good too.
Moxie and
Moxie. I was like, I love Moxie and Millie. I wish Millie got a little bit more development to her name. Yeah, a little bit more screen time to herself. Because like most of the screen
that would be nice.
Yeah, most of the screen time that she's had so far really was episode 5 when they were on the farm, and even then it wasn't really a Millie episode. It was a Moxie and Blitz episode, and I really wish that was the Millie episode.
My thing is, like, I know that friggin' Moxie is voiced by Billy West, right? The voice of Zim.
Richard Horvitz.
Richard Horvitz.
Yeah, my bad.
I think you thought Billy subconsciously because he voiced a character named Billy.
Yeah. It's like every time I hear Moxie curse, I can't help but think that is freaking Billy cursing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy West is something entirely different.
Yeah, Billy West.
Like, Hell of a Boss, man. They're getting some damn good people. Like, they're getting Broadway people into this.
How the fuck did they get Norman Reedus?
I don't know. I don't know. They got him. They got Alex Brightman. Like, they're getting
Busy
like,
Pop.
Yeah, it's like, how is she getting these connections?
Yeah, Busy Pop. How do you keep getting these connections? What's your number? Because can I do that too?
Like,
oh my god.
How are you getting these people? How rich are you?
If she's getting, again, if these are the connections that she's getting for a small cast in Hell of a Boss, who the hell is she getting for Has-Been with a larger cast?
No idea.
You know what's freaking funny, Danny, is like when I heard the newest episode of The House of Asmodeus, right?
Oh god, that was such a good episode.
I fell instantly in love with whoever was voicing Asmodeus.
Oh god, it was just he previously voiced Tex. Oh god, what was his name? Like James Englehart or something? He's another Broadway guy. I think he was the genie in the original run of Aladdin on Broadway. But yeah, he's another Broadway guy. So it's like, oh, no wonder he sounded so damn good.
I was like, can I marry this voice? Can I marry a voice? Because I want to marry that.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, God, it's like everybody's freaking loving Asmodeus. I mean, everybody's loving Fizzarelli too, but it's funny because it's like, I remember when that episode came out, at first everybody was like, oh my god, Stolas and Blitz, my heart is broken, and then like, literally like a week later, everybody's like, yeah, but Asmodeus and Fizzarelli though.
Alright, so we got all the flats done of these 3 commissions. There's still a lot of work to be done with the other 2 commissions I have, but considering we got a lot of progress done on these 3, I'd call it a successful stream.
Yee.
So yeah, tomorrow we're going to get to work on the other 2 missions we didn't get to today. Mostly just finishing the line art and then, yeah, getting into flats. And then provided how fast we get them done, we could just do a mass shading.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll upload these to their clients, and then hopefully I didn't fuck anything up. I hope whoever I commissioned is enjoying what I'm putting out for them. And yeah.
Maniacs.
Oh wait, make the green more vivid. Okay, I can do that real fast.
I was literally just about to read that.
Yeah, I can do that real fast.
Yeah, because I think you're saying think like the casino boards, like that kind of green.
I think that's like a grass
we'll finish
green.
this last thing and then
like kind of like a grassy green.
Your ass is grass.
All right, so
there
it's
are
like
no asses here.
It's like, yeah, so while Jordan's finishing that up, I guess Jen, I just have to ask, going back to the whole Vivzy Pop thing, favorite character in Has Been Hotel, go.
Call me a generic. Well, they're tied. My favorite character. I have two favorite characters. Freaking Alistair, of course. He's one of my top faves. And Serpentis.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as I saw Serpentis, I was like, oh my god. I love the mad scientist genius characters. Plus his minions are his minions are like so cute as well.
They're like the eggs.
Yeah,
like the eggs with the little hats.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I gotta say, like I agree with you on Alistair, but I'm also very partial to Angel Dust.
I also love Angel Dust too.
It's like honestly, everybody had a really good first impression, so I do want to see more of them. Like, I definitely want to see more of Nifty and Husk, just because they got introduced at such a last minute. Like literally within the last 3 minutes they came in, and it's like I want to see more. But we just gotta wait for this thing to actually finish coming out.
Yeah.
And with that, everyone, I think we're gonna call it here. So thank you so much for showing up to the stream. I would like to thank all of the co-commentators for showing up. So Jen, Danny, and TP, and Brian. Thank you all for showing up.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
By the way, Danny, do you want to send Valentino down to double hell?
Oh god, yes. It's like we need to get all three of the V's in there. Like I know everybody's hating Valentino, but we can't forget Vox and Velvet too. Granted, we don't know shit about them.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow so we can get more progress done, if not finish all these commissions. So later.
All right, good night.